What's up guys, Coach Brandon here and welcome to your mindset training. In this video we're going to be talking about this concept that perfection is a lie, right? So I know a lot of us are, we seek greater things, we seek a challenge and we want to improve, and in our minds we want to be perfect, right? But I want to dispel that right now. You are human, and as much as we try, we're never going to be perfect. So the goal here is not to be perfect or to seek perfection. The goal in any of our fitness pursuits is to be a little bit better than we were before. Let me explain what I mean. Now, when we look at people on social media or we have these fitness goals, we always assume perfection, right? I'm going to track all my meals, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z exactly to a T, follow this plan, just like that, right? And then once I do that, I'll get to be to this ultimate goal that I want, whether it's a look, weight loss, whatever the goal is that you have. Now the problem with this is that, unless you're a robot, in which case I'm a little scared you're watching this video, you are going to run into some trouble throughout that because you're not perfect, right? And the question becomes, what happens when you aren't perfect? If you have a binary way of thinking, a yes or no, a very black and white view of either I'm on track or off track, what happens when you get off track? That's why a lot of people are in this constant diet cycle, right? They're on the diet, off the diet. What happens is they're on the diet, they're very focused, they're seeking perfection, and then there's a moment of imperfection and they slip up and they completely fall apart, right? Now that's not very sustainable because you're constantly going to be off and on and your trend line is going to be flat. We want that upward trend line, and the way that we accomplish that is by looking at our performance on a spectrum of adherence as opposed to that very binary yes or no, on or off the diet. Here's how it works, right? So say that you're starting out, and right now you're eating okay, maybe you're working out 2 days a week, but you'd like to be working out 4, your sleep is and you don't drink too much water throughout the day. If we had to rank your performance fitness-wise on a scale of 1 to 10, we'd give you a 5, right? Let's just say that's your starting point. So some people would assume, hey, if I want to get to my goal, say lose 20 pounds, I would have to be a 10 out of 10, right? Now that's the problem, because what happens the moment you're not performing at a 10? Have you fallen apart? Are you off track? Do you give up? Right? The way that we look at it is this. If you're starting at a 5, and the next day you're a 5.5 or a 6 or even a 7, you're making progress towards your goal. We love it. So the idea is not to compare yourself to what you could be. It's to compare yourself to what you were, where you were previously, right? We just want to make progress towards that goal. So the idea is, obviously we look forward and we want to see sort of the outcome that we want or direct ourselves towards. But in terms of comparison, we're only comparing ourselves to our previous self. So it's look backwards. Are you moving further away from where you were, the starting point that you weren't necessarily happy with, and towards the direction that you want? That's the way that we're going to measure progress throughout any program that you do fitness-wise. So in summation, it's not about seeking perfection. It's about seeking improvement over time from where you were. Incrementally, if you look at it like that way, one day you're just going to wake up and you'll be like, oh, I hit the goal that I was looking for and now I can set the next one.